Hi, my name is Chris, and today we're going to talk about sidearms and handguns. Depending on what you're carrying and how you're carrying, there's a ton of different options for holsters. Everything from the Kydex, um, that's for revolver, the semi-automatic, to twist release, to level 2 or level 3 duty holsters. Ones with the same thing with the light channel, to deep conceal carry, to your casual or dress carry. Before we begin, I'm just going to show that each and every single one of these weapons is clear. They've already been checked, but just for you guys, that they are clear. Alright, so based on what you decide to carry and the reason you're carrying, you might pick a different type of holster or a different type of firearm completely. If I am carrying a backup pistol for duty or for, any kind of like an actual tactical situation where I'm going in knowing I'm going to be in a fight or for war or whatever, where it's not an if, it's a when, I'm going to be carrying some kind of semi-automatic handgun, probably a polymer, like either one of these. This is a Glock 19, this is a Glock 23. If I'm going to be carrying for myself, more like a mugging situation where I want to carry something on me in my everyday that's really light, really comfortable. I'm not expecting to be anything to happen, but just in case type of a thing, where any kind of encounter is going to be basically point blank, I'm going to be carrying probably a revolver. There's different reasons for that. One, really slim line. I mean, really, really slim. Even in the holster, that is incredibly light. Incredibly light. Really, really easy to conceal. Second, with these types of holsters, it is really, really easy to draw it. It's just held in there by friction and the pressure of your gut towards the belt line. As you can tell, it's not coming off right. This is something I'm going to carry in my everyday. If I'm going into a situation like, let's say I'm going backpacking and I'm going to be going in bear country, I might carry, I'd probably carry this, a bigger sized synthetic semi-automatic high capacity, or in reality standard capacity magazine, 13+1, 15+1, 17+1, something like that. Something I put multiple rounds downrange, on target, really fast, in the hopes to stop the threat, like a charging bear or hell, even a moose. There was a video of a guy that was snowmobiling, had a moose charge him on the snowmobile, went up over the front of his thing. Guy killed it with a 19. Shot it with a 9mm. Killed a moose. People don't believe that, but there's video proof. Just depends on where you hit and what rounds you're using. Now, if I'm going to be going backpacking with a semi-automatic, honestly, what I carry a duty holster on the outside of my belt line. Why? Because it's easy to holster and it's easy to unholster. Level 1, that's fast. It's rugged. If you adjust them correctly, they don't make a ton of noise when you're walking around. This one's not, a little bit out. But, I mean, really, to draw, that's it. Even if you decide to carry a weapon light, it's the same thing. Now these are, I believe, level 1s. It could be a level 2 depending on your department or whose standards we're going by, because the friction alone can be counted as a level of its own retention, and the button release, the physical mechanism, can be counted as a level of retention. Honestly, I think these are level 1s. You got one step, press that button to release it. Another reason why I like these is they're really easy to draw in a panic if you're trained with them. I don't like the holsters where there's a trigger finger release. I know everyone's seen them, like the airsofters and stuff, where you press the button here and you can release. I'll tell you why. You pull and you're pressing down with your finger to hit that lever. What happens when you get here and you're in a panic? You just accidentally discharge the weapon, probably into your foot or leg. You know, that's not a good thing. I like the thumb release because you're using a different part of your anatomy, your thumb, to draw. And you're not gonna set off the gun with your thumb. That's me honestly trying. Can't. It's impossible. And if you're using standard safety, your finger shouldn't come out on that trigger anyways. Now, let's talk about these deep conceal holsters. This is an Urban Carry 2. Just a piece of leather with magnets, honestly. I do not like these. And I'll tell you why. I did drawing sessions where I stood out with, you know, this little Taurus 38 Special. I also did it with the Kel-Tec 9, with some of the smaller Glocks. Put this down real quick. I mean, it just makes it more bulky. And it looks like you're happy to see somebody when you're walking around. Goes all the way down your leg. It looks ridiculous. It does not conceal as well as you'd like. I mean, I can get more concealment out of this Kydex holster than I can the Urban Carry. And there's more chances of this thing screwing up when I go to draw. Go ahead and try it. I mean, shoot, my father bought this for me years ago, and I wish he never would have, because it was like $80 that he shouldn't have spent. They're kind of garbage in my opinion. You can't draw when you're sitting down. You can't draw standing up reliably. There's nothing actually holding it in there other than the pressure of rubber on leather or steel on leather. And I've actually drawn it and had the gun go. And had the gun shoot up. And I had to catch it. Not fun. That's why I said absolutely hell no. Also, I've tried to draw them and I've had them catch. I had it catch in my belt line, couldn't get it over the hump of the cylinder, get stuck. No, it's not worth putting your life on the line with something like that. It's not even worth carrying if you're going to be carrying something like that. These little dress holsters, once they're worn in, they can be really, really good. They can be really reliable. Not as reliable as the Kydex Arctic holsters, in my opinion, because they hold their form, and once you've got them more in, it's super easy to draw them, and it holds onto the metal quite easily. Holds that gun in place. I got a physical altercation with somebody years ago while carrying this. Guy was threatening a clerk. Turned his attention to me. I was the next person in line. Made a move towards me like he was going to punch me in the face, and I just double palmed him. And I hit him so hard with both open palms across the shoulders, he flew back and stumbled into a display. I didn't feel this move at all on my belt line. Even when he got back up and came at me and told me he was going to shoot me and all this other crap. Yeah, I love these, honestly. If you're wearing a decent belt with these Kydex holsters, doesn't matter if it's a semi-automatic one either. Like, this is my honest to God everyday carry. And you heard the snap. You heard the snap. It's actually got a groove in there that this sits in. Makes it have some kind of retention. If you have a decent belt on, drawing it's nice. Like, it pops really easy, you can pull it out, no problem. But it holds on to that gun. It's not going anywhere. So those people saying I'm pinching it to hold it in place, yeah, watch. This one, not so much. This one requires your body pressure with a tight belt. You see? I wish they made one that was more, that I could find that was a little bit more, had a click retention on this as well. Now this is an older style duty holster. Look inside. It's got that little mechanism there. It's a trigger guard. You put your gun in there and it clicks onto that little tab. The tab doesn't stick out enough to pull the trigger or anything like that or interfere with that, but it sticks inside the trigger guard, unlike a Glock 19 or 23. Clicks onto that. Now it's really nice, other than it's really freaking hard to draw with it. So you've not only got to pop this, but then you've got to take that and you have to have a really thick belt on it, and you have to twist that gun to be able to draw it. And I've never had a really good experience with these. I mean, you can draw them, of course, but that just, it doesn't feel right. It sticks. A lot of times you're sitting there yanking on it before it comes out, even if you're twisting it really hard. And in a panic situation, you're probably not going to do that correctly and get yourself killed.